Please welcome my friend, KATT Williams.
KATT Williams, ever the polarizing figure. For the last 2 weeks, he has been setting the internet ablaze. A lot of it is mired in controversy, but what people don't really realize is how generous of a person KATT Williams is.
You know, this is another thing that a lot of people don't know about you, KATT. You are one of the most generous people that I know.
No,
you are.
No.
So we're not even gonna argue about that because you will send people money, they don't even expect it. You know, well, I'm not talking about the ones who do expect it. I'm talking about the ones that like, they're going through a hard time and you've given them places to live, you sent them money, you've gotten them homes, you've given people cars who need it. You don't blast it out. And we gotta say a big hi to our friend Bone, who's doing so much better. You were so instrumental in assisting him.
The real bro. I came home, I ain't have nothing, bro. KATT Williams called me to his show. Gave me front row seats, bro. Called me to his show. And when I was leaving the show, I thought he threw me some weed in the car because it was wrapped up in a towel. But it was $15,000, bro. And bro, when I see him, I'm gonna return the favor, bro. Whatever I got in my pocket, bro. Like, that dude did something for me, bro. That I get emotional talking about it, bro. Like, I really needed it at the time. And I wasn't staying nowhere. I mean, I was staying at a hotel with my kids in downtown New Orleans. I ain't even have nowhere to stay there yet, bro. And no, I had just got the house. I was at the house. I had just rented the house from Baby. And KATT Williams gave me $15,000, bro. All hundreds, bro. I thought it was weed. My boy City say, ooh, that gave you some weed. That threw it back there. I unwrapped the towel with the rubber band. It was $15,000, bro. Bruh, man, bro. I'll never forget that, bro. I just want to see him and give him $15,000, bro. Like, nigga, a real nigga for that, bro, you know. Nigga, and that nigga ain't even know me before I went in, bro. Like, you know how many ain't give me nothing when I came home? Who was hollering free boosted? And ain't give me nothing when I came home? It touched me, bro. It touched me, bro. Like, and they gave me $15,000, bro. They had hollering free boosted all over the world with that bag, and they ain't give me nothing, bro. That dude gave me $15,000, bro. KATT Williams is a real nigga, dog. Then he did it. Then the way he did it, he threw it in there, bro, and just left. And just was gone. He ain't say, huh, bro? He ain't say, he just threw it in the window, bro. I opened it about a little bit down the road, so I couldn't even turn and say thank you. I couldn't even, man, bro. I'll never forget that dude, bro. If he fall, he always got me, Jit. If he fall, he always got me, bro. He'd come get it from me.
When you hear them stories about KATT's generosity, they not lying.
Top notch.
KATT has money to the point where you be like, do you know what you're doing? Yeah.
And don't even know people.
He passed money out. He ain't KATT, man, I'm telling you, we was at Wildin' Out, man. I said this before. KATT threw probably like $50,000, $100,000 in the air. I've been down like a bird. I was like, he made it rain. I picked up, it was like wads of hundreds. I picked up like $700, $800, and I needed it at the time.
Okay, so once upon a time, I used to go to Wildin' Out a lot, okay? I used to go to Wildin' Out a lot, and it was back when, like, in the early beginnings. Like, that's when Katt Williams was there. It was, like, the really beginning. I think I started going, maybe it was season 2. And I used to go to Wildin' Out because when the show was just getting started, they had to, like, they wanted to make it be like show that it is now, but they also wanted like pretty girls in the audience or whatever. When they like come into the crowd and when they like crack jokes and when they wanted like some really pretty girls to blend in the crowd and stuff like that. So some of us got paid to be in the audience, and I was one of those girls. Okay, I wasn't a Wildin' Out girl, but I was there so much, people thought that I was a Wildin' Out girl, like, period. Even though, like, I never was a Wildin' Out girl, but I was there. So, and people will always send me clips of me on the show. I'm gonna show y'all a clip real quick. So that was me in the red. And there's so many clips of me on Wildin' Out, but this is the one that I could find like real quick. But if you know me, you know I was. You spotted me on there a lot. Like even some of the night owls like be looking at old episodes and they be like, "Neek, was that you on Wildin' Out?" Okay, so on one of the shows, the show that Corey actually talked about in his podcast, which is so funny, and it was during like one of the intermissions while we were basically waiting for them to start back filming. Like the audience was waiting for like the show to start. They hadn't really started, you know, taping the episode. Wildin' Out and the people who casted Wildin' Out. And then there was this other company, I believe it's like One Iota or something like that, where they would like scout out people and they would like do like the audience portion of it. And they would pay certain girls to come and be in the audience or whatever. So this particular time, I was sitting, you know, in the audience, and, you know, they gave like, I think it was like 50 or 100 a show that you get when you be in the audience or whatever. And so for me, I've always lived outside of LA, so like whatever I got, it's like once I put gas in my car, I eat food, it's like by the time I go back home, it really wasn't nothing, but it was cool to get out, mingle, network, and, you know, meet people and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Period. Don't miss an opportunity, baby, if you really about it. But anyways, so this was one of those times where it was like, okay, I really needed this money too, you know? And so we were on intermission, and the show had not started taping yet. Like we were waiting for them to like set up, like we had all sat down, everybody was waiting. I think like it was like on a break, like, or something like that. We weren't taping. It wasn't during like taping. And so I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was Spanky Hayes, and he went like to the second level cause there was like the people on the floor, and then there was the people like up on the second level. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he went to the second level and he started throwing ones out to people. And so once he started throwing ones out in the crowd, Katt Williams was like, "You throwing ones? Like, if you gonna bless the people, like really bless them." And so Katt pulled out his money, and it was another comedian that prompted it because he was throwing little kibbles. And so Katt was like, if you really gon', you know, do it, let me show you how to do it. And Katt made it rain with hundreds. Okay, it was big face bills, nothing but big face bills. And everybody who was on the bottom, sorry for the people that was up, but everybody who was on the bottom, I mean, he even threw it up, but I don't know how well they got it, but everybody on the bottom was blessed that day, okay, including me.
I want to tell you about the Katt Williams I know. A bunch of years ago, when I first started doing comedy full time, your boy was broke, and I got the call to open for Katt at the Leah Porter Center in Philly, and it's 7,000 people. It was preparation meets opportunity. Bam, best show of my life. But I was bummed because Katt wasn't there when I went on stage. Like, man, he didn't see it. So I'm going back to my locker room, and out of the shadows comes a dude in a purple suit, fur coat, gold glasses, and goes, "Young man, that was absolutely stupendous." and he hits my hand with a wad of cash that probably quadrupled my net worth at the time. I was like, thank you so much. He goes, I'll have you on the road, and that's my word. And a month later, I got a call and did 160 shows straight with that man. And shit changed my life. So what I'm saying is, talk that shit, KATT.
The basketball arena, I was like, we're good for about 1,500, 2,000 tickets sold, not 10,000. And then I got there, it's fucking packed. I'm looking around like this. Oh shit, KATT popped. And I was like, so I'm on stage like, damn. And then when I saw the ovation, when KATT went on stage, I went, oh, this motherfucker popped. You don't know when it's going to happen. It just happened. But within that 6 months, it happened for KATT. So I get done with the show. Show was smooth. Everybody had a good time. And I get back to the hotel, and the promoter had gotten me and KATT 2 separate limousines. And I'm talking to my driver, and I had some buddies in town. I said, hey, man, we'd like to take the limo out. We want to hang out. I've never been to Austin before, and we just want to hit some bars and nightclubs and hang out. And he goes, no problem, Gary. It's going to be $300 for a couple hours. And I went, okay. So I tried to give him cash. He wouldn't take it. He goes, oh, no, I need a credit card. Company policy. We don't take cash. I'm looking at the dude. I go, but it's cash. It's yours. You ain't got to tell nobody. Just take it, dude. He goes, yeah, I wish I could, but I can't. Company policy. As I'm having this discussion with my driver, during this discussion, KATT had pulled up. And KATT just walked over right when I'm finished up this discussion. He goes, hey, Gary, what's going on? And I go, nothing, man. He goes, is there a problem? I said, no, I went to the limo for a couple hours, and my driver said he don't take credit cards. I mean, he don't take cash. He needs a credit card. KATT said, hold on. He takes my driver around the back of his limo. And to this day, I cannot tell you how much money KATT gave that driver, but I did see him peeling off hundreds behind the car, right? KATT walked by me, and this is all he said verbatim. I'll never forget it. He goes, he's yours for the evening, Gary. Enjoy your night. Oh, yes, they do accept cash.
Early on, before really a whole bunch of stuff was happening for me, I get off stage and everybody like, man, good set, good set, good set. So many people saying that. Some girl came and put something in my hand and said, good set, but I didn't see her. I just heard her, and she walked off. And I thought it was like a phone number in my hand. And when everybody walked away and stuff, I looked in my hand, and it was $1,000. And then I looked out in the audience trying to find the girl, and I'm like, man, I can't remember her face, and I couldn't see her, and I was just like, who gave me $1,000? But anyway, I just was like, wow. And later on, about a month later, somebody told me that happened to them, and they said Katt Williams was in the audience. And I put 2 and 2 together and was like, wow, he did that to me then. He never tell you, he never makes it known or any of that. So if you ever around him, ask him. If you ever around him, ask him, how much money have you just given away? And I bet.
And then he goes on to say that after he was supposed to be one of the new kings of comedy, that they approached him after Bernie passed and they wanted to take it back out. And he was supposed to be a new king of comedy, but he didn't want to go on the Kings of Comedy tour because of Steve Harvey's treatment of Bernie Mac.
You even did something that I thought was so phenomenal. You sponsored Melba Moore's Hollywood Star on the Walk of Fame. Like, I feel like, look, where does this generosity come from?
I don't want to sound facetious, but it's not really generosity. I appreciate a formula, and I understand formulas, and I understand that if something works, you keep working it. And so I learned early on that the universe has a banking system, and that it is imperative that you put deposits in on a regular basis. So that your withdrawal is never denied. And so it's almost being too big to fail in earthly terms.
Well, I mean,
You know, it's very rare that a comedian has this many testimonials about their generosity while they are still living. A lot of times these stories come out after somebody has passed on, but there's a living and walking testament based on the good acts that KATT has done. Sure, there's a lot of controversy that KATT has been through. There's people that have been critical of him, but let's not forget how much of a positive impact one person can make on the world. Anyway, if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification for all uploads. If you want to watch more, please watch one of these videos down below. Make sure to subscribe to the Patreon. The link is in the description. This is Faucette Media.